Hey guys, it's Ann and I'm here with my friend Lisa, and she's over here at Bernat Antiques, and we are going to talk about her booth. What's your booth name?
My booth is called Rusty Star. I just changed the name. It was Rusty Star Primitives, but I'm not really primitive anymore, so I just changed the name and it's Rusty Star Home. No, it's not Rusty Star Home. It's Rusty Star Painted Decor.
See, I knew I couldn't remember that, and I had to, and you can't even remember it. So
it's brand new. It's a brand new name, so I'm still stumbling over it, but we'll get it right. It took a while to think about it.
But this is a really cool booth. I showed you guys this the other day, and today we're going to take a closer look, and Lisa's going to lead us through it. So stay tuned.
All right.
So Lisa, how'd you get started doing this? Because you're a hairdresser.
Well, I am a hairdresser, but when I was a kid, I was that kind of kid that I wanted to get up early in the morning and do crafting. So this became kind of the grown-up crafting.
Wow.
You know, it's fun to decorate and paint things, and that's what I like to do. When I was a kid, I would redecorate my bedroom and move things around. So as a grown-up, I really needed an outlet. So it started off as gardening, and then I kind of started morphing into furniture and needed an outlet, and I found Bernat Antiques. So Rick and Karina own Bernat Antiques, and I've been here about 10 years, and kind of over the 10 years have kind of grown a little bit more, because it takes a while to figure out not only what your style is, but what is the type of people that are coming in here, what are they looking for, because every shop has a different personality, and so it took a little while to figure that out. So whenever someone's going to come in and start a booth, it's like, don't rush in and think you're going to make $1 million, but don't rush out if you get a little discouraged. It takes a little bit of time to figure that out. So you know, I've been here about 10 years, and my friend Beth, who does all the beautiful photography over here, she is a childhood friend, and we used to play store together as kids.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so then this was like, oh my gosh, we're grown-ups doing a store. So she does all the photography, and so we started about, I think, maybe 2 years ago with having coffee, and her dad and my dad were good friends, and they had passed away about the same time.
Wow.
And so we had coffee and started talking about her photography, which she really wasn't brave enough to, I shouldn't say not brave enough, she really didn't have an outlet for it, but didn't know, it's hard to put out something that's close to your heart. So her photography was like that. And so she kind of put her toe in the water here with me, and then it's kind of grown into our booth that we have now.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that's amazing.
Super fun, and we're here every single week changing up the booth and trying to shop, look for new decor, and I think the other thing is we spend a lot of time online looking at you know, what's the trending things, what are people loving, what's going on Instagram, what's happening with, what's Joanna Gaines doing, you know, all of those trending things, what's the popular colors, all those things kind of factor into how we do our booth.
Wow. So you've changed your booth a lot, because when you started, you were very primitive.
I was very primitive. You know, my whole house, I lived in a 100-year-old cape, very primitive, and then over time started knowing that things were kind of morphing into that farmhouse, so I started kind of researching that. What do people like for color for farmhouse? What are they? So I started kind of changing over, and unless I do a special order, I don't do a lot of primitive anymore. I don't live in a 100-year-old cape anymore, believe it or not. I live in a split now, but you know,
how do you decorate a split?
Right, but it's totally farmhouse. I took all the walls down and opened it up, and so it was a fun challenge. I love a challenge. So so everything's kind of changed into a farmhouse feel. So then it changed. I had to change my name. I couldn't stay Rusty Star Primitives. Because I didn't want to. I feel like when you're choosing a name, you shouldn't really pigeonhole yourself. Rusty Star Primitives is very pigeonholed.
That's true.
You know, so some things you learn over time. So that's how that all went.
Wow.
And Beth, my friend Beth, who does the photography, she's called Simply Piper.
Simply Piper.
Yep, so she does the photography, so together we do this.
So beautiful photography. I can totally understand that, because it's close to your heart. It's very vulnerable to put your work out there. Oh, I love that little sheep. Isn't she cute?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So she works hard at her photography.
And the frames are really great, aren't they? You know?
The whole sentiment behind it. She does name each photo, so if you're gonna gift it, you know, like this one here, is simply blueberries.
Okay.
And this one here is called Noel.
Oh,
so,
wow.
You know, there's a nice,
Yeah.
and I think the one down here is called Gentle Spirit.
Oh.
So, you know, beautiful baby gift, that kind of thing. But I think there's a little, when there's some sentiment to a picture, it changes the feeling you have about it. And maybe if you're going to gift it, it kind of helps you think about, oh, who am I going to give this to?
That's really a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I love
kinda
it.
cool.
Good, good. So, okay, first this Let's Stay Home sign. How fun is that? That's great. So you are really decked out for Christmas.
We are really decked out.
Yeah, I'm loving these big snowflakes.
Cool.
They are so
Like you
cool.
could hang this on the front door, you could put it on a wreath, you could, you know, it has a nice statement to it.
Oh, yeah.
And it really fits with any kind of decor. If you're primitive, it has a primitive feel to it. If you're farmhouse, you know, you can, I feel like it looks real farmhouse with that tin. And,
Yeah.
you know, you could hang it on a tree outside. It's a great statement. Put it on your window.
Wow, that's a great idea. I hear that you had these last year and they just flew out of the store,
We
huh?
sold out the first weekend I brought them in.
Really?
Yes, so I
Wow.
knew, like, okay.
You knew
'cause
you were on the right.
You don't always know. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'll try something new and something
Right.
different, and you don't know. And then I brought them in, hung them up, and then by the weekend all of them were gone. So we just hung them up, and they're super cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. I like the little ones in a garland. That's fun. And then you stage everything. So cute.
Well, it's really nice to stage because it kind of gives you an idea of how am I going to decorate with this at home?
Right.
You know, how am I going to mix and match things together? And it kind of helps you visualize a little better, or
Yeah.
a lot better, of what you're going to do with it when you take it home.
Does anyone ever like come and just say, oh, I like that mantle. I want to take the whole thing?
Yes, we've had people buy everything that's on the mantle. And they take it home and they set it up just like that. So you're like, awesome.
You should charge them an interior
I know,
design
right?
fee.
Yeah. We want all our customers to do that.
Yes, yes. This is really cute too. These are adorable.
Pom-poms are the new thing right now.
Are they the new
Yes,
thing?
Yes, you're going to see a lot of pom-poms out. So these are, Beth brought these in with the pom-poms and I love them.
Oh,
They're
wow.
really cool.
Very cool. All right. What else do we have around here?
We always do well with our little ornaments and try to stay with like kind of a neutral theme because it just works well with whatever someone's decorating.
Really cute. Yeah, because they could go for primitive or farmhouse or anything really.
Yep.
Yeah. And more of Piper's pictures. That blessed one is really precious.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. Books and blessings. Joy. So she's staging these things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Spends a lot of time working at still life, which I think that's what you call it when you set up the
Yes,
photo
still
shoot.
lifes. Yeah.
And we always like our mantle. We keep this in here year round because you can, well not everybody, but lots of people have mantles in their house. So we will change how it gets decorated in the springtime. It'll be all spring. And then at Christmas time, it's fun to stage it for Christmas. And it helps you visualize, oh, what can I do? And lots of these baskets full of, you know, if you have something that you want to put, you know, some nice greens in, but
Yeah.
you don't want them to die, some faux greens are always helpful.
That's true, and they fill in those scanty Christmas trees that you buy these days. Yeah.
But yeah, you could tuck them in that way.
Sure.
You could take a, you know, if you were buying a tin, you could take and add that in there, and instantly you have perfect.
You
It's
do.
ready to go.
You
Yeah.
have Christmas.
Exactly.
Just like that.
So easy.
Wow. Beautiful. Oh, look at these cute little things. What are these? Oh.
These are our little owls, our little woodland forest.
Oh.
I love these. These are like kind of almost like a glass Christmas tree or cement, but they're just cool. They're kind of modern looking, but they would fit in any decor. I thought they were kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this kind of to give it a farmhouse feel and get away from it being super traditional is I changed out the glass, put in this wire, and I just think it kind of gives it an updated modern feel for any decor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It really is. So you go, well, we'll talk about that furniture you do later, but
right.
you know, Lisa really has made a whole business of redoing furniture too. Gotta get these little pictures in here because I love the sheep.
Oh, aren't those awesome?
I love the sheep. Like, they are so darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her sheep are big sellers.
I bet they are. Like, look at this one. Is that's the same one that was on the little one?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Yeah. Coming right along. Are these ornaments? What do you do with these?
You could do anything with those. I love that they're oversized. You could hang them on a wreath. You could hang them on your wall. You could hang them on an outside tree.
Wow.
I just thought, being oversized, they're just cool.
They are really
Hang them
cool.
on your mantle. They're just kind of a neat oversized. I love some stuff that's oversized. It makes a great statement. Sometimes especially if you have, like, some people buy a massive tree. And you need you can have lots of little things, but sometimes having a few bits of something like that. Or if you had a really cool, if you have a big cabinet, you could easily, hang it on your front of your cabinet, hang it on if you had. Some people like to decorate their kitchen cabinets and they'll hang. So you could do that a little oversized. I like that idea.
Right. Very nice. Oh, they're big. Big skates too.
Yeah.
Cute. More of Piper's tiny little ones. They're adorable. And then, what are these? You have candles?
Well, this is Beth's candle line. This is Antique Candle Works, which is a really popular candle company. It's soy. It has I've never really burned a candle that burns so cleanly. When you burn this candle, there's not a speck of anything left in the jar. It just burns so nicely.
Wow.
And, no soot, no black, no anything.
Right.
So these have been a nice addition for her. And she has the soy melts. And,
Oh, yeah.
so a nice company that she found.
Nice. Ooh, look at this table. I love the red buffalo check.
I think it's kind of fun to, instead of traditionally running your runner right down the center of the table, if you had 6 or 8 people for dinner, why not run it, this way, and it connects the person across from you, and it just kind of, instead of having a full tablecloth, it gives a different look.
That's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I have never thought of that.
Yeah, so you could do it with, these are runners, but you could do it with strips of fabric instead of covering your whole table, or doing it right down the center.
Right.
Connecting it to the person across from you is a kind of a fun idea.
What a great tip, Lisa. I love it. These lanterns are very interesting.
That's cool. Those have been a great seller for Beth. So Beth brought in the lanterns, and she sells them all year round, and they're just a really good seller. And these are these have been selling really well. Beth brought these in. They're cool.
They're kind of like
A resin, but they look like that old-fashioned Christmassy.
Yeah, like almost like a mold.
Yes,
they look like
exactly.
an old-fashioned
They do look like
candy
an
mold
old-fashioned,
kind of thing. Yep. Really fun. And over here we have the runners.
Yes, well, we try to create almost like a little dining area. We have the table here, we have a hutch, and kind of set it up to make it feel a little dining room-ish.
Wow. And how about the garland?
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. These were a really good seller last year, and they are continuing to be a good seller this year. They're fun, they're kind of simple, and if you're looking for not a overly cluttery look, I just think it's has that old-fashioned feel to it.
Well, it really does. You could, this can go on the tree, or this can go on the mantle, or it could just hang down a door.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
Wow, I love the rusty bells.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yep. Is this all painted with chalk paint?
It is not. I don't use chalk paint. I'm
You
a big
don't?
Benjamin Moore fan.
Okay.
All my paint is Benjamin Moore.
Okay.
I know chalk paint is super popular. People like it because they don't have to do any, chalk paint they sell as, you don't have to do any prep, you don't have to do it. But you know what? If you're going to have a piece of furniture that is going to really last, you have to do some prep. You have to clean it properly. I clean all my furniture. We sand all the furniture down. It gets primed. And it just, I think it gives it a really finished look. I know chalk paint is super popular, but I don't do chalk paint. Just because I like Benjamin Moore. I think there's lots of color choices, and chalk paint is super expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $37 a quart.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend that much money on paint. I don't think anybody does.
No, I don't think so.
So, I mean, it is a really good, and for me, the other thing with chalk paint is you have to wax it.
Okay.
I don't want to take that extra step to wax something, because
Right.
for the longevity of it, you do need to re-wax at some point.
Okay.
I don't want to re-wax.
And
I do think I think the time you save and you don't have to do any prep or cleaning and all, you kind of spend it on your waxing.
Right.
But it is a popular look, and I have seen plenty of it out there. I think it looks lovely.
Yeah.
It's just for me, I like the Benjamin Moore. I like the color choices,
Good.
and it's not $37 a quart.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, right? Yeah.
So these lights are fun.
Those have been good sellers. People like to light up a little corner, or these lights here are new. And I had one of my customers had bought one, and then she sent me a picture on Facebook and had it hanging in the dark corner of her room. And I was really surprised how bright it made that corner.
Really?
You know, it just kind of lit it up, and it's just super simple. Hangs on a chain, so you don't have to hardwire it. But all of the lights, even though they are plug-in ability, you can easily, if you have an electrician,
Right.
you can have them hardwired, which is really nice.
Sure.
Same thing with these, they can all be hardwired, and
Right.
so that's nice. In fact, I had a bunch of lights over there that were the mason jar farmhouse style lights, and those all sold off the weekend. So
Really?
I left over to show you, but
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Oh, that one in the middle is cute.
yeah, isn't that a cute little? It has a pull chain on it,
Oh
and
my gosh.
you know, a plug-in. But a
Okay.
cute little, if you need a little spot to add a little bit of light, and
I love
I
that.
think so often we want to add a little light somewhere, and you're like, oh, I don't have a ceiling outlet. I
Right.
don't have, I'm going to have it. These are perfect. You
Right.
can swag it over, hang it on a little hook, and
Yeah.
add a little bit of light without having to hire an electrician. Just plug it in.
That's true. Well, you know, we have this old house, and so we don't have overhead lights.
Right.
So we've actually bought other lights and changed it over to plugs.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Oh, that's smart too.
Yeah. So,
you're able to do that.
yeah, you can do it either way.
Totally makes sense.
Right. And you have some deer, and these wreaths are really cute.
Oh, the wreaths are always a really good
man.
seller for Christmas time. People
Yeah.
love to decorate with wreaths in a bunch of different ways. You know, of course you can hang it in a traditional way, but then putting a wreath in with a a lantern is a great way to decorate.
Wow. And little baby trees.
Little baby trees, yes.
Oh, they're so cute.
Great little added piece that you can tuck in anywhere. You want to put a little bit of greenery in your bathroom, add a little baby tree.
These are really neat bases.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. And
Wow.
I love faux. I think you can add faux anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to run around my house and water everything.
No.
So you can tuck faux stuff in all over the place, and nobody knows, like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's fake.
That's right.
But it's perfect, right?
It works.
Yeah, it really
works.
does work. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like these here. I mean, I saw these.
Oh, wow.
You know, this is a great.
That's adorable.
That's a great fake. Now these, Joanna Gaines had this same. I think it's the same company actually. She had these same greens.
Okay.
And she was selling hers for $28.
Yeah.
And it was just in a pot. Now this little cement pot is $14.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, and this looks real.
It
so
does
you
look
could
real.
put this anywhere. It has that farmhouse vibe to it.
Yeah.
Put it in the bathroom. Put it on your kitchen counter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these have been this particular one, which I did put a little post together that said, "Look what Joanna she has. She has 28 and mine are 14. So come buy mine."
Yeah, that's a really good price.
Yeah.
Wow.
But again, you don't have to water it, so perfect.
I love not watering plants.
Me too.
I kill any plant that I don't water.
I like the little
Yeah.
green in the house.
I do
'Cause
too.
it kind of makes it feel warm and it kind of makes it feel homey. So find all that fake stuff and it's great.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, one of the things that you really notice about Lisa's booth here are the sinks on, what would you call these, vanities?
It is a vanity, for sure. a lot of people, when they remodel their bathroom, you have such a limited choice in a box store vanity.
Right.
You know, it's usually particle board.
Yep.
It's usually a little flimsy, and it's very expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you just spent all this time, you want to remodel, you want a little bit of style.
Yeah.
I have started using vintage pieces of furniture that have been able to get turned into a vanity. So the top of the drawer is faux.
Okay.
Just because you need room for your plumbing.
Right.
And with this awesome farmhouse faucet.
Yes.
Another thing, super hard to find cool faucets at the box stores.
That's
They're
true.
just, you know,
Yeah.
they're really not.
Yeah.
And then you do have a good amount of space under here for storage.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so vintage furniture pieces, and what I look for is something that I don't go too vintage because they're really old, cool bureaus and stuff. The drawers don't work well.
That's true.
You don't want a piece in your bathroom where you're struggling and shimmying the drawers to try to get it open.
Right.
So I do stay with things that aren't like super old because
Right.
I want everything to work well.
Yes, yes.
So
yeah.
I do lots of custom work on vanities because people they want certain colors. I treat the tops with 6 coats of
Okay.
polyacrylic, so you end up with, as long as you seal around the base of the sink, you end up with a surface that's going to be, as long as you care for it,
Right.
it's going to be great.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
no problem at all. I have them in
Yeah.
my own house, no problem.
Yeah.
So,
They are so wonderful. And Lisa just recently expanded, and she has all kinds of sinks over here.
this is one of my most favorites.
Oh.
So this is a super long vanity.
Okay.
It has a faux drawer, but I love the way it drops down in the center.
Oh.
So having a double sink,
Yep.
and then being able to decorate in the middle. So
Yep.
your husband's over there, you're here, or your kids.
Yep.
You can put towels and all that, and
Yep.
then you have this, you know, a nice drawer in the center. You have
Oh,
doors in the
wow.
center for great storage. You have doors underneath here for great storage. It's just a cool piece. And it has that scrubbed pine look to it.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is huge. This one is 73 inches, but a big double vanity. And I went with the silver because I thought it looked, actually it's like a brushed nickel. I thought it looked nice with this Benjamin Moore color. I think this is called Newburyport.
How do you pick your colors, Lisa?
I do some research on Pinterest for some inspiration.
Okay.
And then I look at the piece and kind of start thinking about, I don't know, there are certain colors that I really love because most
Okay.
people do their bathrooms so I do stay with like blues, really pale grays, blacks, whites, things that are kind of neutral, but they add a nice pop of color.
Right.
You know, and I thought that this needed, I don't know, there's something about this piece that I thought, oh, this needs like kind of a navy. It feels like kind of, has a little masculine feel to it. So I thought the navy.
So basically, you let the piece speak to you.
I do let the piece speak to me. You're right. Yes.
Wow. So these pieces have been speaking.
Yes.
And how about this one? I really love that.
I love this one. Kind of has an apothecary feel here. So you have these 4 drawers over here. So you have tons of storage, and then you have the double doors under there. And I love this sink shape. It's not exactly super square, but it has a little bit of flair to it. You've got a ton of counter space, and I actually have twins. I have 2 identical.
Really?
Yes, because there's one on the other side. They're exactly the same sink.
Oh, that's crazy.
So if someone was doing a bathroom and they said, I want to, because some people do want double vanities.
Sure.
And these are identical, but
Sure.
I think this kind of really sets the tone with that apothecary style.
Love
and I mean,
it.
you're just not going to find, the nice thing about these pieces is no one else is going to have it.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
every piece is unique, every
Yep.
piece is a vintage piece, so
Yep.
you're not going to,
Yep.
it just kind of makes a nice statement in your bathroom.
And made with love.
And made with love.
And way cheaper than restoration hardware.
Oh my
which
gosh.
is what this
Yes.
reminds me of,
Exactly.
right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah.
And this is maple, you know, so it's not,
Okay.
it's solid maple. It is
Right.
not, there's no particle board, there's no junk here. It's not going
Right.
to fall apart on you. It's
Right.
pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so that's what we go for. We go for pieces that are nice and
Okay. Okay. So this one I want.
oh yeah.
So bad.
You know what? Honestly, if this fit in my own house,
You'd have it?
my split level would have a farmhouse sink, but it's very big.
Yeah.
So my husband built the base because we needed something really beefy, so we built the base for it, and it's just a super cool, piece. Who doesn't want one of these in their house? This big old farmhouse sink. It's either going to end up in your kitchen or your laundry room if you wanted, because it has a deep basin on one side and the shorter sink on this side. But it's just this really cool piece.
I bet this is heavy.
Oh my gosh. It is ridiculously heavy. Yes. So we did put the base on wheels so we could move it out of here.
Okay.
Because it's so heavy.
Right.
And we would deliver it too. And then when the person is ready to install it, they could take the wheels off.
Oh, okay.
Just to get it in place.
Right.
And
Right.
So, because we were playing around with the idea. I don't know how all the old kitchens had these massive sinks, and they are so stinking heavy.
Yeah, those cast iron sinks, crazy heavy.
Very, very, very
Yeah.
heavy. So I don't think that we'll make a living making these.
No.
They're so heavy. But it was a really fun project. So this piece is mahogany. This is a nice mahogany top. Same thing, 6 coats of polyacrylic.
Right.
And it has a Kohler sink in it, and just has a cool and nice
Yep.
vintage feel to
Very
it.
nice. Very nice. This one too.
It's
Wow.
got a lot of storage, and I like cool hardware. That's what that's the other part, is I'm looking for the right paint to paint it, but then I'm looking for what kind of hardware would look really good on this to kind of make it stand out.
Right, right.
So, because I think it makes it a little different.
Yeah, yeah.
And then of course we have the itty bitties. If you have a little tiny half bath or something really small, because I did get a lot of requests where we want a small sink. I have a little half bath. I have a little, so I've made some actually even smaller than this that were special orders, that someone needed a tiny sink with. They had this really cool vintage house, and so we found a really small. I think it was like
Wow.
13 inches wide. So
Yeah.
but it fit perfectly in the space. So
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of what I need.
yeah, so just something that you're like, I
Right.
don't want a pedestal,
Yep.
but I want something that doesn't. You're pretty limited when you get into small sinks at the box stores. There's
Yeah.
not much style or choice.
No, that's
So
very true.
I've done a lot of special order small sinks because
Okay.
that's what people want. They
Yeah.
want something that looks cool.
Right, right. And you have pot holders and dish towels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great. They're great gifts. They're not expensive. It's a great way to update your own kitchen. You're like, oh, I'm going to gift myself a few of these, right? And these have been a great seller. They're nice, chunky pot holders, and they just have a nice feel to them. So these have sold really well.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
This was really fun to
is
tour
really
your
fun.
booth, and thanks for the great tips and ideas.
Awesome.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Bye.